Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. This year I have decided to start a series, and this series is called Summer Sews 2022. I kickstarted this series off last week with a video that featured summer friendly fabrics. So in this series you will see things like that. You will see summer friendly fabrics, easy to sew patterns for summer, patterns that are featuring dresses, pants, skirts, shorts, tops, summer friendly items that you can sew that are easy. This video is going to be geared towards dresses. However, in the future, I will have other videos in this series, and those videos are going to be for easy patterns for tops, easy patterns for pants and shorts, and easy patterns for skirts. So stay tuned for those videos. I'll create a playlist and you can watch all of these videos because they'll be grouped in that playlist. So it'll be easier for you to go back and see these videos. All right, so with all of that said, let's go ahead and talk about what the summer forecast is for summer 22. So the summer forecast for summer 2022 are your bright neon colors. So anything that is a bright neon yellow or a bright neon green or orange, those are trending this year. Neon colors are not my forte, so I won't be participating in that. However, for those of you who love your bright neon colors, that is on trend this summer. Also, low-waisted bottoms, matching sets. So you all know I love my matching sets, so I will definitely be participating in that. Voluminous silhouettes, so anything from your voluminous sleeves to your wide leg pants, those things are trending this summer. The color purple is the trend for this summer as well. Anything that is in the Regency core items, such as light corsets, pearls, lady cardigans, florals, single frilled pieces. So I love a really good single frilled piece, especially like having like a frill around the neckline. I think I will be participating in that. Cutouts and bra tops are also trending this summer, as well as mod prints. Waistcoats and vests. I feel like we have waited too long to have that to trend. Floral maxi dresses, especially scrappy maxi dresses and cutouts, slip dresses, tiered dresses and skirts, anything sheer like organza, and patterned sets. So those are the things that are trending this year, and I will make sure that I put the link to the what's trending for summer 2022 in my description box below, so you can go over and read more in detail about the trends if you are interested in that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start us off with the Sew Over It Eve dress. So this is a dress that is your intermediate sewing pattern. So like I said, I'll have a few intermediate sewing patterns here and there, but mostly the list is going to be for easy patterns for beginners. But this is an intermediate pattern. It is called the Rosy Dress, and it is a summer dress that has been styled or inspired by the 1950s. It has a fitted bodice and a full skirt, and it says here that it is a dream to wear. She will take you from picnic to party or beach in a really nice style there. So this is a super fun sew, and the Rosie has a boned princess seamed bodice, no arm with no arm side. It's easy to fit, and so you have, again, your scraps that's going to be on your dress, so that's why you don't have an arm size, so it's really easy in that regard. However, because you have that boning in the bodice, that might be why it's an intermediate pattern. So for those of you who are beginners, just keep that in mind. This might not be something that you want to sew, but it is really cute and summer friendly for those of us who can sew that type of dress. If you are an advanced beginner and you don't want to deal with the boning, I would suggest maybe sewing the Arianna woven dress by Style Arc. This is a really cute dress. Now, this pattern, you actually get two patterns in this particular pattern, and you can make the top or the dress. So this is also your scrappy dress. It has buttons going down the center front, a smocked back. You also have princess seams as well. And you have a full skirt with these beautiful oversized pockets that's on the skirt. So I think that would be really cute for summer as well. If you want something that's easier than the Arianna dress by Style Arc, I would suggest making the McCalls M7950. Now, I have made this pattern before. I'll make sure that I put a link to my review to this, and you can go over and check that out. This is a pattern that's very similar to the Arianna dress by Style Arc, but you don't have to do the smock back. You also have 3 other variations that is not as the same as the Arianna, but it's simple in construction as well. Now, the variation that I made is view C. So this is the variation with the scraps on the dress, the oversized pockets on the skirt. You have buttons going down the center front, and then you have a bodice that has princess seams on it as well. So it's very simple, very easy to make. The bodice is lined, however, and that might put it in the advanced beginner category, but it is very easy to make. I did have to shorten the scraps because the scraps were very long. So just keep that in mind if you decide to make this, that you might need to shorten the scraps. And I believe I shortened the scraps by anywhere from 4 to 6 inches. It's been a couple of years since I've made it, but I remember having those really long scraps. So go ahead, check out my review and see if that's something that you would be interested in. You can also make a tiered dress, and this tiered dress is also a scrappy dress. But with this bodice, you don't have princess seams, and you have, let's see, 3 different tiers. It's a gathered tiered pinafore dress. You can do a short or a midi length version of this, and you can also color block the dress as well, because you have all those different tiers on your dress. So really cute option there. There's the McCalls M8065, which is the pullover bias cut tank dress. And it has a short sleeve, so you don't have any other sleeve variations. It's just a short sleeve tank dress, which is really nice. And you don't have to worry about insetting sleeves or anything like that. The neckline is a scooped neckline, and you have different length variations. So you can make a knee length variation, or you can make a long maxi dress as well. So really cute tank dress. If you want a dress where you have different sleeve variations, I would suggest the Simplicity 8595. This is a pattern that I have made for my daughter many times, and I absolutely love this pattern. It's very simple and easy in construction, definitely for your beginners. You have multiple different variations, including sleeve variations. You have a cold shoulder sleeve, which I made for my daughter a couple times, and she absolutely loves it. You also have a short sleeve variation, and you also have a no sleeve variation, and you also have different length variations. And one of those length variations, you can actually make a slit on the side of your dress as well, which is also really fun and cute. So I really recommend this one, and I recommend it to beginners and advanced beginners because it's very simple and easy in construction, and it requires you to sew with your knit fabrics. You can also make the McCalls M8215, which is a Mrs. Knit dress. It has different scrap variations, so you can make a really thin scrap version or a wide scrap version. And it's a fit and flare. It has a fit and flare look to it. So the bodice is fitted and the skirt is flared out, and it's a full skirt, and so it looks really beautiful. You have different length variations as well, so you can do a knee length or a midi or a really long maxi dress as well. So that's really fun and cute, and you also have the option to make a sash to go with it as well. You can also make the true bias Lodo dress, which is a very simple, easy dress. So you have 2 main pattern pieces, and that is the front and the back, and both are cut on fold. I believe you have front neckline facings and back neckline facings as well. I haven't made this before, but I have seen a couple of my mutuals over on Instagram make this, and they love it, absolutely love it. It has this cocoon type shape to the body of the dress, which is really cute. It has a really short, like a short extended sleeve. That is a cap sleeve on the dress as well. So you don't have that many pattern pieces that you are working with. It is a little bit above the knee. And so if you're not someone who likes to wear your dresses above the knee, you might have to lengthen the dress a little bit. But other than that, I don't think you would have to do too many alterations to this because it is a loose fitting style. It is made for knit patterns, and I think it will be really fun to make. There's also the new Look N6650, which is also a really easy pattern, but you have ties that you can make with the dress. And so you put those ties in the inseam of the left and the right, and you bring those ties to the front and tie them. It's just such a basic pattern, but it elevates the garment, and I really like this. So you have basically three main pieces. You have your front, your back, and your sleeve. And if you want to add the ties, you can add the ties. It's not that you have to add those ties, but the ties, I think, in my opinion, elevates the dress. It makes it look a little bit more, it gives it a little bit more pizzazz to the dress. You have different length variations, and one of those length variations, you can make a little slit on the side of the dress. Really cute. Moving on to our wrap dresses, you can make the Butterick B6873. This is a women's wrap dress. You have different sizes, including plus sizes, which I really love about this pattern. It's very easy, and it has an extended shoulder for your dress, so you don't have to worry about sleeves, but you do have different sleeve variations as well. You also have different variations for the skirt, including adding a ruffle at the lower edge of one of the skirts. And you can also make a variations where you don't have to add the ruffle, and it's a long maxi dress. So you have those different variations there for that wrap dress. And then there's the Simplicity S9042, which is also a wrap dress. And this wrap dress is it has a band going around the neckline, which is really fun. You also have the option to make this as a sleeveless variation, a 3/4 length sleeve, or a short sleeve. And you also have different length variations as well, including a midi dress, a short dress, and a maxi dress. And you also have a belted pattern that comes with it that you can make so that you can have a belted garment as well. Really fun, really cute. There's also the Simplicity S9041. Now, I made this, I believe last fall, like late fall. And I made it with this beautiful lemon print fabric that was sponsored to me by Fabric Mart Fabrics at the time. And I really love this pattern. I have a pattern review. I'll make sure that I put the pattern review link in the description box below. Go over and check it out. You have different length variations. Now, this isn't a wrap dress. It's just a faux wrap. So it's a wrap bodice, but you have your skirt you're actually sewing your skirt onto the bodice. So you have a full skirt. You have different length variations for your skirt. I decided to go with the long maxi dress version because I had a lot of fabric to work with. You also have sleeve variations. You could do a long sleeve, a flutter sleeve, or a short sleeve. And you also have the option to make the belt to go with it as well, which I did. The back of the garment is elasticated, and so if you are someone like me who fluctuate in your weight, that is a plus because you can always get the most out of those types of garments. And then the neckline of the pattern has like this band with a stand-up collar, which is really fun to make as well. So I really highly recommend that one. Check out my review on that one, and it is very summer friendly, especially if you make the short sleeve version or the sleeveless variation and the short dress. You also have so many different fabric choices, including you can use chambray or any kind of lightweight type cotton materials. Make sure you check out my fabric video, on summer friendly fabrics, and then you can also see what types of fabrics that you can actually play with that are really summer friendly for this particular make. I highly recommend this pattern because it's so easy to make, and it is also very summer friendly. There's also the new Look N6692, which is a pattern that I want to make this summer. It is a dress that has a square neckline. You have different sleeve variations, including like a no sleeve variation that has like scraps. You also have a bodice that has a princess seam, and the back of the garment is smocked, which is really cute, and I like that. It has a lower cut in the back as well, so there's that. And then you have the option to make different length variations, and so you can make a long skirt with a ruffle at the bottom, a short skirt with a ruffle at the bottom, or a midi skirt. And I also like the idea of not even adding the ruffle, and you can also do that and just hem the bottom of the skirt, which will also be cute, just so that you can get some variety. I think that that would be cute. This pattern calls for an invisible zipper, and the zipper is going on the side of your garment. It is a very summer friendly pattern in my opinion, and I think it would be worthwhile to explore this option. There's also the Butterick B6872, which is an easy pattern that has a high waist and a square neckline. You have tucks below the neckline of the bodice, which is really, really nice. It has a gathered full skirt, and you have flounce variations that you can put at the bottom of the hem, which is also really nice. You also have different sleeve variations, including like a puff sleeve, a ruffle sleeve. And yeah, so those are some really great options there for that. There's also the Deer and Doe Myosotis dress, and I've made this one as well several times. I am currently in the process of making one for my daughter. Right now, it has not been completed yet, and I started it in, let's see, January. However, I do have 2 completed versions of it, so I can attest that this is a great pattern. You have different skirt variations, including a skirt without a flounce and a skirt with a flounce. Really, it's a ruffle. Excuse me. Really, it is a ruffle that is on the lower edge of the skirt there. You have a bodice that you have darts on the bodice for the waist in the front, and then also the bust. You also have darts in the back. You also have a stand-up collar. So this is going to be more along the lines of your advanced beginner to intermediate sewist. However, it is a really easy pattern. You have pockets that you could place in the inseam of your skirt there, and it's just a really great pattern in my opinion. Perfect for summer because you can make this with different type of cotton materials. You can even use a rayon linen blend or a rayon cotton blend. You could just play with it. Any type of viscose fabrics or cotton fabrics will be really great for this. There's also the True Bias Southport dress. I also made this dress before. Now this is a sleeveless dress that has a button front bodice and a skirt that has a slit on it. So it's a maxi skirt, and you have a slit down the center of the skirt. However, I did not put the slit in my skirt. I just sewed the skirt all the way down, so I don't have a slit in the skirt. And then I also added sleeves to the pattern, which was really easy to do. I also have a review on the channel of that as well. If I can find that review, I'll go ahead and link that here in the description box below. You also have a drawstring and a casing on this pattern. So you are sewing the casing on the outside of the garment, and you are creating this drawstring so that the drawstring can go through the casing, and that's how you cinch in your waist. So it's a really fun, easy pattern. And like I said, this is definitely for your advanced beginners, and it's so easy to add sleeves if that's something that you want. This is a pattern for woven type fabrics, and I used a poplin cotton fabric, but you can definitely use a rayon type fabric or a viscose fabric so you can get a more fluid drape. I would also think a linen blend, a rayon linen blend would also be really fun with this particular type of dress pattern as well. You can also make the Simplicity S9326, which is one of those patterns that's going to be on trend this year because it has that frill around the neckline. It has different skirt skirt lengths as well. You have a variation where you can actually make a scrappy dress, or you can make a dress that have these frills for your sleeves, and the frills also continue around the neckline, which is really cute. It also has a slit in the side of your skirt there, and you can do different length variations, which is really fun. There's also the McCalls M7920, which is a dress with, you have different variations of a dress. So this is going to be really easy because you have grown on sleeves. So this is definitely going to be for your advanced beginners. However, because you have buttons going down the center front, I feel like it's not going to be for your beginners, but definitely for your advanced beginners. You have a different silhouette there that you can choose. You can choose the semi-fitted bodice with the flared skirt, or you can choose the semi-fitted bodice with the straight skirt. You also have the option of putting pockets on the front of your skirt as well. You have top stitching that you're going to be doing, as well as you can include pockets in your dress as well at the side seam. There's also the McCalls M8030, which is a really fun shirt dress. This is also classified as easy. It's a dress that has 3 different lengths, and you have buttons going down the center front. You have a collar and collar band. You have the front and back yokes are double yoked, and you have side seam pockets as well. So I think that will be really fun and easy. It's saying that it is easy, so it's probably going to be for your advanced beginners. There's also the McCalls M7889, which is a pattern with tops and dresses with a very loose silhouette. You have a button front closure with this particular pattern. You also will be sewing double front and back yokes, stitched pleats at the waistline and at the neckline. You have sleeve variations. You have a short sleeve and a long sleeve. And then you also have the option to make the belt to go with the dress, which is really cute. And you also have a neckband as well. So this is really fun, easy for your beginners there. And actually, that's going to be more of your advanced beginners because you do have the buttons there. But yeah, so those are all the patterns that I have found to be easy for the summer. Now stay tuned, because Simplicity, Vogue, Butterick, McCalls, all those patterns, the big 4, will be coming out pretty soon with their summer patterns. And so I will look through those patterns and see if there are any patterns that are summer friendly that we can add to the list that are also very easy for your beginners and advanced beginners. So if you have any questions or comments about today's video, make sure you leave your comments in the comment section below. And if you have any patterns or any suggestions or anything like that of patterns, please make sure you leave those numbers of the patterns as well as the name of the pattern in the comment section below as well. I hope you all had a fun time, and I hope you all come back and visit me soon. So I hope you have a happy and blessed sewing week. Bye.